have been associated with the Marwari Horse Society, which became the All India Marwari Horse Society, and we must do away with these beliefs, especially like color patterns. There is a huge attraction towards owning horses that are Panch Kalyan with all four white legs and a full blaze. When you talk about the breed, it has to have characters which are beneficial for it to survive in that particular temperate zone, in that geographical area, and not only survive but to perform in those harshest of climate. Let me tell you one thing, that there are no extra points given for a horse if it is not a Panch Kalyan or if it is a Panch Kalyan. That is not an advantage at all. A horse with a blaze is not given advantage over a horse with a star or a snip. So that is not counted. But we do take into considerations. Cows are holy, horses are divine, but they have no negative effect on your well-being of your family, on your household. They are all pious and should be rated in that manner.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இப்போ நம்ம கூட இருக்கிறவங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நார்த் இந்தியாவிலேருந்து one of the top traders வந்திருக்காங்க. Sir, we welcome you to Tamil Nadu.
Thank you. And
we already know about you a lot, but we just want our audience to know about you. So if you can let us know about your introduction to you.
Definitely. I'm Gajendra Pal Singh, Posana. I come from a village called Posana from the district of Jalore in Rajasthan. I have been associated with the Marwari Horse Society, which became the All India Marwari Horse Society in about almost 20 years ago. It is a national body working for the promotion and preservation of Marwari horses throughout the country. As of now, I have been given the duty of the President of All India Marwari Horse Society. And the headquarters are in Jodhpur. We have our patron-in-chief, the Maharaja of Jodhpur, Maharaja Gajendra Singh Ji, who's been kind enough to allot us an office also, which is functioning as the office of All India Marwari Horse Society, as well as the office of Marwari Horse Stud Book Registration Society of India, which has been assigned the duty to register, issue passports, certificates of identity, and maintain the stud book for the Marwari horse breed. As well as there is another institution called the Jodhpur Polo and Equestrian Institute, that's JPEI, which also organizes the polo every year. We have been organizing endurance rides. We have been conducting a few more equestrian activities under that banner.
So it's a great privilege to have you here. So if you could let us know about today's workshop, like what we are going to cover.
I have been requested by the young enthusiasts from Tamil Nadu, including Vishal, Senthil and Ashwath and a lot of other people. They wanted to conduct a workshop where they wanted me to come and introduce the newer breeders or the fraternity here, the Marwari Horse fraternity in South India, to introduce them and give them a better insight into the Marwari world. So I'm going to discuss on the characters of the Marwari horse, what are the actual characters and where they should focus on. I'm going to talk on the history of the Marwari horse. I'm going to talk on the area of distribution. I'm going to talk on what all purposes it can be put to, how they can do the work of extension, how they can, do the extension work in the meaning, how should they plan to cultivate more the size of the fraternity, how they are going to attract younger breeders, how they should go about making it more popular in South India. The breed, as history says, these horses have always been coming to South India. It has been mentioned in some of the seminars that we've had in Jodhpur, where it was spoken that many of the nobles and the rurals and affluent people of all the sections of the society, they've always wanted horses from there, and they managed it through the traders and all. So it is not a new process that horses are new to this land. This is a land of culture. This is a land of heritage. Your words as well. You refer to horses as ashwa, which is the traditional and the ancient most word for the horse. In fact, this word ashwa is also in an abbreviation used in Hispanic countries also. They call it the ehev, esav, and likely words. They have taken the word from us. And I'm going to speak on the fact that the Marwaris are they are native to India, and from here they've gone back to the Europe and to the other countries, because this has been a natural habitat for horses. They have been mentioned in our scriptures, which are age old, which are not only centuries but more than that old. And we have scriptures written on the horse, which no other civilization has. So there is so much in this horse, and whoever gets in touch with these horses, they just love him and they just don't want to leave it. And this is, I congratulate the breeders and the new patrons of the breed here in Tamil Nadu and the nearing states, that they've done a lot. They love the breed and they want to go further on, with popularizing these breeds. They are exceptionally good show horses, and if put to use, they are amazing policing horses. So we should scout for their abilities. They are amazing equestrian horses. They are amazing. They can be amazing dressage horses. Endurance, they have excelled at all fields. They won nationals with 120 kilometers races against army and other horses. So it is an amazing breed. So we are going to discuss a lot of things.
Sir, since you are here, we had some questions. So we thought of clarifying it with you. So according to you, what are the issues in South and how do we tackle
it? In an organized way, in the recent past, there have been some very good breeders from South India who have managed to get some good horses, and they have been very sporting, that they have sent their horses all the way up north to compete in horse shows where I have been judging, and they won in many of the shows. If I remember, the prominent ones are people like Mr. M.C. Srinivasan. He's got some horses. They've gone up there. Mr. Ram Prabhu, Mr. Arvind, I believe he's got some good horses and they're collecting good horses. Mr. Ashwin, of course, the breeders from Tirupur. I was here a few years ago when I was invited by the Vanavar Foundation, Mr. Shankar Vanavar, and he also wanted my help in the sense of reorganizing their show. So I managed to get all the judges on board, the people out here who were judging, and I initiated them to the breed, and I gave them necessary modalities how they should be judging the horses, the Marwari horses, where they should be careful, what is to be seen, what is to be ignored, So a lot of things. The problems that I feel, there are people actually love the breed so much, but when you love them without knowing them so well, you may make a mistake. There are a lot of beliefs here which they have been in fact overpowered by these beliefs. We must do away with these beliefs, especially like color patterns. There is a huge attraction towards owning horses that are Panch Kalyan with all four white legs and a full blaze. If there is a horse with one lesser marking, that is, rated as a lower horse and all. So what needs to be done is we should do away with our superstition, because as it is, we are low on strains. And if we ignore these horses just for the sake of the colors and all, we will be losing out on important gene pool. So contribute for the nation's precious gene pool, we need to inculcate. We actually are forced to use many horses which may phenotypically not be so good, but genotype, they are far superior. So we have to use whatever is there. As it is, we are short on strains. Otherwise, we are going to reach a bottleneck. We will lose out on some important gene pool. So they need to get rid of the superstition with the horses, and they need to see the outline, and they need to see the horse which is full of characters, supported by good genotype build-up. They will win. So these are basic necessities. Otherwise, they are all there. Then the feeding comes. There is an issue, because these horses belong to the desert and they've been fed in a particular type. So the change in fodder and feed does impact the body of a horse also. So that is why many a times a breeder with 2 or 3 horses do not have the set of advisors to advise him to the right feed. So we will talk about the feed as well, so to supplement and make a good horse. Then the issues of breeding, since they are away from the main breeding tracks, they are short of, here there is a short of stallions as well. So they need to understand the lines which are coming in, not to mix them and keep them separate. And overuse of one particular breed is not healthy for the breed. It is not healthy. And the terms like line breeding and inbreeding and all, they never existed in the Marwari world actually, to tell you the truth. But they have somehow become a part of the breeding process for a lot of people. But we, as a society, we discourage these patterns.
So one more question personally I have.
Yep,
we see people obsessed with having a tall horses.
Yeah.
Just want to know, what is the apt height for a correct Marwari horse?
Government of India has notified specification for a Marwari horse. They've given a range. So everything which falls within the range is a Marwari. So you may have freaks, there are odds, but that is not the actual, reality for the whole breed as such. There may be freaks which, if agreed upon, can be inculcated into the rest of the breed, but it is not a trend that we want to do. So as a society, we go by what is given to us from the government side, because there were lots of deliberations while doing the breed characters of the horse. We had very important and very senior breeders from all over the country assembled at Umaid Bhawan Palace in the year 2008 or something. And we characterized the horse, the Marwari horse, in the presence of not only the important stakeholders, but also government authorities. We had the director of ICAR, director of NBGR, director of IVRI, director of NRC, some ministers, societies, not only Marwari Horse Society, but the other societies also who were working for Marwari horses. Then we had all the important old breeders. It was a 3-day seminar with 4 sessions in a day. So there were 4 and 4, 8 and 3. Almost 11-12 sessions where we concluded with the document, and the same document was adopted by the Government of India in a seminar in Hisar at the National Research Centre on Equine. So we are bound by the laws of the land. So if there is a need to do something, it has to come through the government. It has to be firstly it has to be approved by a majority of the breeders. And even for support from the majority of breeders, the numbers have to be certain that, now it has gone beyond 25% or something. Till date, if you talk of these bigger horses, they would be just 1 or 2%, or that is it. So you cannot decide the destiny of a breed with these 1 or 2%. I'm not against size. We have always been advocating a good horse, a superior horse, which can perform in the harshest of climates and without having a trouble for putting its body into danger. So this is the character of the horse.
How does Marwari breed compare to other breeds?
See, each breed has got its characters as per its area of origin. We, be it humans, be it trees, be it plants, be it any species of bird or any living thing. So what happens is, when you talk about the breed, it has to have characters which are beneficial for it to survive in that particular temperate zone, in that geographical area. And not only survive, but to perform in those harshest of climate. So Marwari is a horse which has the capability and ability to bear the harshest of climate. It can bear the heat so well. It is light on food. It is very light with movement. It is quick. It is agile. It is spirited. It is watchful. It is vigilant. Alert, everything, if not dealt with, it becomes aggressive also. So it is a reflection of probably the people up there, or the temperatures and the climatic zone that has created an impact on these horses. It is very light skinned, the ears are very fine, the eyes are broad and nice, alert. The neck is up there. I mean to say, the head is carried very high so that it can gaze over miles. So that is what the area has given it the characters. Likewise, the Kathiawardis. Kathiawadi is a horse from the Kathiawar Peninsula, and it is known for its sturdiness, and both these breeds are very old. The researchers have found these breeds to be some of the oldest breeds of horses in the world. And it is not a joke. I mean, they fall under the category of hot-blooded, and there are very few out of 225, 30 odd registered breeds of horses in the world. They fall into the smallest category, that is hot-blooded. And as far as the breed goes, they are very ancient. They are very ancient. People, they have been wrongly misrepresented in the international books also. The reason being, all the writers that used to come to India to look into the Marwari horses, they got access to basic horses on the road, maybe the Tonga horses, or maybe some horse used for a wedding or on the roadside or anything. They did not try and go deeper into the area to see the horses there. They have been very dear to all the horse owners that breed them. But sadly, the horses on the road were presented to the rest of the world as Marwari horses. So they were shown with a lot of weaknesses, that they are malnutrition, they are vicious in nature, they are narrow in the chest, and they do not have a purpose. Basically, they have denounced them as horses having no relevance. But that is not true. These horses are beautiful, they are big, broad, they have a size which suits the general population of the area for riding, and they have a lot of capacity. They are very loyal, they are extremely brave, they have the capacity of endurance, they can dwell on very light food in the harshest of climate. They are very alert, very vigilant, they can observe any movement farthest away, they can catch the faintest of signals. So they have a lot of qualities which made them amazing war horses. This is the very reason why warriors preferred these horses. They would do a work for the rider. They would alert a rider on any movement, maybe it is farther away also. They could sense their sense of smelling was good, the sense of hearing was good, the eyes were vigilant, the head carriage gave them the ability to see much more. Also, they had a quality of shielding the chest of the rider because the head was up there. Because of that head, it could see more and it could save the chest of the rider from danger. So this is an amazing quality. So Kathiawadi, again we come back to the Kathiawadi. Kathiawadi is an amazing horse with very strong hooves, but they have shorter cannons than a Marwari. They have a flatter croup than a Marwari. They have a smaller back than a Marwari. Marwari also does not have a very long back. It is supposed to be a medium long back. They have a shorter head than a Marwari. Even Marwari does not have a long head. It is a medium long head. They have a concavish profile, which a Marwari does not have. Marwari is a straight profile, and at times you do see a little bit of convexity also. But then they have ears which are very small, the Kathiawadi ears. It is depending on, for survival, it is dependent more on the eyes, which are very big. And they are almost jutting out of their bony, with bony projections, and they are more dependent on the eyes than that of ears. The ears are narrow, the pinna of the ears are narrow, which in a Marwari are broader. The forehead is very broad, the nostrils are very big, the muzzle is very small, the chest is very broad. Hooves are big size, pasterns are very small. It's an amazing horse. But the fact remains that it is not a very big horse. But as per international standards, the horses falling below 14.2 are registered as, or rather known as pony breeds. In spite of that, because of its presence, the Kathiawadi is a horse breed. It is an amazing breed. Because of its presence, like many other, this is not the unique breed which, being a smaller, is advocated as or taken as a horse breed. There are some more breeds which are smaller in size, but because of their presence and their bearing, they are recognized as horse breeds. Then you have the Sindhi breed, which is also distributed along the borders with Pakistan, starting right from Kutch area to going up to almost to Bikaner, and then up there also in Punjab also. They have amazing horses in that breed as well, but they are different to these breeds. The ear set is different, the neck is different, the temperament is also different, the croups are different, and then there are strains within them as well. The Sindhi breed has also got some breeds, a lot of horses which are bred with the Arabs, and they are fine looking, bigger, stronger, better horses. But there is the other Sindhi that we see is that Dakia horse, which had a lot of endurance, which was used for carrying people up and down, for messaging people here and there. Other breeds like the Bhimthadi, which has just been notified by Government of India with the efforts of my friend Shri Ranjit Pawar from Baramati, and with the efforts of Shri Sharad Mehta, who's worked a lot on these breeds. So together they have managed to notify this breed. So these are amongst the horse breeds of India. Then you have the pony breeds, which I suppose are not relevant to discuss here.
How do you give the scores for the horses? So there are some myths we want to clarify with you regarding that.
See, when you put a horse to be judged in a horse show, it is the duty of the exhibitor that he presents his horse with all the qualities it has got. You put him in such a way that the judge gets an opportunity to see all the goodness in him. And if you're smart enough, you can hide your shortfalls also. So if the horse is not standing still, it will not create that kind of an impression. It has to be trained well to be, exhibiting its fineness in the horse show. In the sense, like if it is too worked up, and if it is just pawing, so if when a horse paws, it becomes smaller, and it would not create an impact in the eyes of the judges. So you must try every bit to allow your horse or train your horse to be exhibiting himself in the best possible manner, unless he may be whatever he is at home, but in the ring, in the show ring, it is selection based on that particular period. So if you do not present him, if he is so aggressive with seeing other horses, you have to deviate it from the other horses and then try and show it to him. So, but it is as per you have an advocate, you have to put the best point in a proper manner to the judge, and you have to convince him. So that is what happens here as well. So, let me tell you one thing, that there are no extra points given for a horse if it is not a Panch Kalyan, or if it is a Panch Kalyan. That is not an advantage at all. A horse with a blaze is not given advantage over a horse with a star or a snake. So that is not counted. But we do take into considerations the body marks which are characters of the breed. Any white markings entering the udder area of a mare or the groin area of a stallion, the white legs going above the hocks or the knees of a horse, they are to be discouraged. I mean, they are seen as reflection of something else. Horses with two white heads, bald faces entering other areas into the throat area and all, they are also reflection of something else. So they are taken with they are noticed in a manner where they could be reflecting some other breed characters. So these are the points. Otherwise, the hair whorls also do not decide. We do not consider these hair whorls in judging also. They are irrelevant for us, however good or bad. But I would say that all of us being from India, native to India, all of us look into these hair whorls as an important factor for selecting a horse, for buying a horse. But I suggest that they are divine creatures. Cows are holy, horses are divine, but they have no negative effect on your well-being of your family, on your household. They are all pious and should be rated in that manner. So they do not have any ill effect on you of any kinds because of these hair whorls. So let us try and involve all horses that are there, all strains that are there, for their goodnesses and use for the betterment of the breed, and it will be rated as your contribution towards nation building.
Sir, one more question we have. For a new horse breeder, what would you advise, or what is the source of knowledge for him to enter into breeding?
What I would suggest is to be a very keen observer. One who observes well learns a little bit. The process of learning is enhanced by your observation. So you should follow people who have bred some good horses. You should follow the horses winning in prestigious shows, especially where judges take a lot of pain to get the best animal out. And they should also understand that it is not beauty that judges are looking for. It is the characters. Yes, beauty is associated with them, but it is the characters that the judges are looking for. And why characters? Why do we have horse shows? First of all, we organize horse show that we maintain the horse in the manner we received it from our ancestors. We have no rights to alter it without a proper reason for altering, or proper research for altering. If there is need, I don't see any need, because they are well developed, good horses. So what they need to do is, they must observe good breeders. They must delay their process of buying and abruptly going into some horse and just getting a horse. They should patiently learn to buy the right horse. So if it is not linked, or I mean, if it is not carrying the right characters, it will be a problem that it will breed also similar horses. So that is where they tend to go wrong. They need to ignore the issues of color patterns. They should generally go for the outline. They should research into the ancestry of the horse that they are buying, and I'm sure with confidence they will after learning and after doing a little bit of research, they will be able to get the right horse. Then they should also, when buying a horse, they should also research into the aspects of breeding him or her. If it is a mare, you have to have in mind that this is the stallion I'm going to use, these are the characters of that particular mare. You have to see the animal as a whole. Rather than broadcasting somebody else's lessons to you, you should have your own vision, because now there is so much that has been done on the horse, so much work has happened, so many horse shows are there, at least the sincere and the good ones, good horse shows, where like our show in Jodhpur, we have the patron-in-chief, the Maharaja of Jodhpur, himself being present for the horse show. And why is he doing? He's taken it as a responsibility to carry on the legacy of the Marwari. His ancestors and his forefathers, the late Maharajas of Jodhpur, have been giving away prizes in the shows in Tilwara almost 200 years ago. There are notes in the history department at Mehrangarh there, where they've given away prizes to the winners across the Marwar region in many shows. So they should follow the right shows, right people, and I'm sure they will get the right horses. Moreover, as a I would say as a lover of Marwari horses, we as a fraternity in South India also, we should look for newer use to our horses. It is not only the breed that we want to breed and do what? We have to inculcate these as a part of the school schedule also. You should ask your schools to have riding schools there. You should ask the administration to provide funds for introducing children to riding. You should ask your politicians to introduce these horses, which are amazing for policing, into the handling of manpower during rides or during whatever management. There was so much of a recent development in this IPL. So many people died, but if a man mounts a horse, he can see much more. He can see the pressure of people in one particular zone, which a person standing on legs cannot see. So if they are utilized in a proper manner, they have an amazing ability to control mobs. That is what we need to. We have an amazing horse which can influx fear into the people, where it is, to shift them away, to move them away, to stop them, if used properly. We have to train the policemen to use these horses in a proper manner. So we have to usher them into tourism. You have such beautiful hotels, you have such beautiful terrains where people can go out for hack riding and things. They should have a purpose. We've started a factory, but we do not have a market. So we have to create that. We need to work, we must insist on the government to even have a parade of these horses on our national annual days of independence and republic days. If they are paraded, people will be happy to see them. So there is so much that you can do with this horse. So we must use all our energies towards these promotional measures for promoting. Real promotion and preservation of the horse will happen because of these activities. That is all I got to say.
Thank you so much.